in a lot of things that he felt that the labor leader should have concerned himself about. But the question I want to ask you before you elaborate is, did this strike action meet any objective at all? Or was it an exercise in mere futility, just to further deepen Nigerians into poverty, discomfort, and impoverishment?
No, to me, it meets, its objective reasonably. I said so because within 48 hours, the National Security Advisor, credit to him, saw a need. The president is not in the country while this was happening, but the National Security Advisor saw, the danger that the strike poses to the economy and the social well-being of citizens of this country. And he called on the leadership of the NLC to have, a meeting. And that happened yesterday. And in that meeting, he was able to make it clear that, efforts have been made. Because the grounds for NLC going on strike for their own is that this man has been brutalized. For a week, he's gone. We didn't hear any arrest. We didn't hear anything. Then, so he's going to just go like that.
Okay, so that
Why?
So that
this is
just
a call for us to go on
so
strike.
comrade, so that is just the only advantage you've seen. I don't know whether my producer can hear me. Please, NLC listed 6 major demands. I want my producer to put it on the screen. Let us look at those demands, and then we'll draw it, pari passu with what we have on ground. The first one is, they said, arrest and prosecute Chinasa Nwaneri. We all know is a special aide or special advisor to the Imo State governor on special duties. We know what governors use the office of special duties to do. The second one is that all police officers involved in the attack on the labor leader should also be arrested. Then the third one is arrest and prosecution of all the thugs that attacked the NLC president. So they were police officers and they were also thugs. Then the fourth one is arrest, prosecute, and dismissal of the chief security officer in the Imo government house. Then arrest and prosecute and dismissal of unnamed police area commander it claimed oversaw the brutalization of the NLC president. Then the sixth one is the Ahmed Bade, former commissioner of police in Imo State, be investigated and prosecuted for his alleged involvement in the assault. But he has been transferred. So let's say the first column and the sixth column, government has done something about it. So would you say this is a pass mark, comrade?
No, for me,
on the part
it's
of
reasonable.
NLC, anyway.
That means that
on the part of NLC.
Yes, for me, yes. Yes. I say yes because it shows that they didn't just back. There is a bite here already. And I also believe that from the meeting, because the full content of the outcome of their meeting was not well disclosed, I want to believe that the reason for them to now decide to call it a halt is that having heard that, the culprits have been arrested, and of course, the commissioner of police was redeployed almost immediately to the FCT, to the force headquarters. Then, of course, it then means that there will be a process of prosecution. So what that would lead me to say would be that they should not rest on their oars and hold the National Security Advisor to his word and ensure that those people are thoroughly investigated. I am going to also relate to you because we have a similar case here in my own place that I've just mentioned to you now.
Yes.
Where somebody was killed.
This happened in Warri, Delta State, or Asaba? Did this happen in Warri or Asaba in Delta State?
Yes, in Ughelli South local government
area.
Okay,
Ughelli South. Okay.
And petitions. Yes, Ewu Kingdom is in Ughelli South local government area of Delta State, Delta Central. So now arrest, not even a single arrest has been made. And petitions has gone as far as to the IGP. So it tells you how you want to even believe that when police come to tell you some certain things, you want to go and sleep. You can't sleep. You can't sleep. When petitions are before authorities, you don't hear anything. So it's worrisome. And they are quick to come to the public to want to make public believe what they are saying. The answer is no. Nigerian democracy should evolve so that some of those primitive things that we did in the past should not find their way into the new era that we find ourselves. when those in authority say the people should bear one hardship here and there, and they are not bearing those hardships, it's worrisome. I'm using this of medium to also reach out to those in authority. Power is transient. Nobody rules forever.
True.
So people should treat people with dignity. That's where I stand. I don't want to be interested in, who is right, who is wrong. But in carrying out your duty, in carrying out your responsibility, you must be humane to the extent that meets best practices. Anything short of that will be condemned from the Human Rights, Protection Congress, and from all well-meaning angle in this country. Such acts stand condemned.
Well articulated. Now, finally, on Ajero, before we move to the assessment of the off-cycle elections. Now, I like the fact that you also have read, or you have watched, or you've heard about the former NLC president criticizing his junior because he claimed, Adams also claimed that he supported Ajero for personal reasons and all that. Now, the question I want to ask you is, in the 8 months or 9 months or thereabout that Ajero has been substantive, constitutional, legal NLC president after Ayuba Waba, because I could remember very early this year, Ayuba Waba was still the NLC president. Would you say, in the context of the arguments of the past NLC president, Adams Oshomole, would you say that Ajero has had a 9-month run that is fair or that is good enough as an NLC president? Of course, we know there are some gray areas he ought to have touched, but would you give him a pass mark, and why?
Well, in fairness to him, I think he has done averagely, to my mind. Okay. One, there is something I like in Ajero, his courage to engage. I respect his courage. He needs to bring in more tact, if you ask me. You need to bring in more tact and strategies, best strategies to his operation. But for courage, he's there. He's one of those few guys that can stand his own anywhere, anytime. And to that extent, yes, I'll give him an average for the 9 months he has been in his team. And he will also learn from some of these his actions that people are, of course, attributing misgivings to. Life, we learn every day, and we improve every day. So he will also listen to the comments of Nigerians on his conduct thus far and make amends where necessary. But he should be given all the support, because without NLC, it then means everything will just go awry, and nobody wants to entertain that in a democracy that should be maturing now. At 24, Nigerians still use the word fledgling democracy. 24 is full grown. Yeah, so I think that our activities should reflect our age of unbroken democracy, within the annals of democracies.